and ready to talk about the small biz health insurance revolution. How are you, Tom?
Oh, I'm just hanging out, having a good time today here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right, so you're not too far from me now if you're in Cincy.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah.
I'll be on a jet plane tomorrow, going back up to the North Country in Maine.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about this again, these innovative approaches. Claim links, I always am telling people, having these conversations with people, how you are just so different and really can help businesses save money on their health insurance and provide great employee benefits. Under that and 100 employee number, you really can bring some great opportunities for these companies, right?
They listen to me. They can greatly reduce their healthcare spend and improve benefits.
Right. And when I was talking to Anthony last week, it's just the way you guys are able to do it is once you get them in that consult, you're really able to look over specifically why aren't how they can save very fat quickly.
Yeah, it's like the kids who understood the algebra word problems. You know, they could put the formula together as simple, and the ones that couldn't just kept banging their head against the wall. Um, I understand the health insurance, which is very similar to one. No one understands it. So I look at the puzzle and I go, boom, 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 boom. Here it is.
And when you think about that whole health insurance, I'm sure that the insurance companies don't, not the carriers, but the people who sell the insurance are like, how did he figure this out?
Well, the problem is they've always been selling a one solution. You know, that everything this round hole, everything's going to go in it. So they can't understand, like, this one client, I helped them do it this way, and then another client, they did it this way. So they have no idea truly uh, the power of the 1954 tax law, which allows you to, Section 105, that allows you to do medical expense reimbursement plans. And then they come up, their creativity now is they call them these ICARAs, the individual, acronym for individual health reimbursement, individual coverage health reimbursement arrangement. Uh, and I sit there and I'm like, guys, this 1954 law that you're using, Section 105, congrats. But these plans make no sense compared to a medical expense reimbursement plan. You know, they're
Because
not
they're
even, yeah,
yeah,
it's just insane.
because they try to sell a one size fits all that every employee is the same when it comes to their health.
Yeah, it's because it's convenient, it's easy, and they get paid by the insurance carrier and they go on their merry way. And they talk to their clients once a year, usually once in a great while, maybe two or three times. And they tell them, hey, good news, your rates are only going up 20% this year, but we're going to knock it down to 5. But, we're going to make your copays $25 now instead of 10, and this and that. You know, that's their game. My game is, hey, I work on what I save you. So if you don't want to listen to me, that's cool. Give the insurance company extra 100, 200,000, whatever you're doing, and they'll gladly accept it.
And why will they gladly accept it? Laziness or just not enough
Well,
time?
the insurance carriers will. If I said to you, Neil, hey, you could pay 40, $50 for you and your kids, but and you hem haw around, tell me, I don't want to do that. I go, great. The insurance company would gladly allow you to pay them 1,000 a month. And then, you can give it to them. They're not going to complain. But if you use the law this way, you get to pay this.
Are you able to work with businesses across every state and be able to figure out based on the laws that are
Yeah,
in?
I mean, it's a federal law, so it works in every state, but some states are easier to do business in than others.
Some you have to.
I mean, the departments of insurance in some of these states are corrupt. they're getting a premium tax, and they make stupid rules up for carriers that are available. New Hampshire, New York come to mind real quick. Um, and what they're doing is they're keeping out the competition to the Blue Crosses and the carriers, and they're getting that premium tax, baby. And they, they'll swear up and down that's not the case, but it is. These level funded health plans, and their neighbor, take New Hampshire, you got Maine, Massachusetts, right next to them, and these states allow the what's called level funded plans, but New Hampshire says that you have to have at least 50 employees in order for them to put those kind of plans in place. Well, those plans help the small business owner. Plus, they don't allow they have individual plans in that state where you only have individual New Hampshire doctors and maybe one or two in Maine and Massachusetts, but there's not anything going on there. When they could have, had the carriers have the plans that cover the Boston hospitals for these people, because everyone loves the Boston hospitals. So whereas if you go into Maine, they have those plans. So it makes no sense to me why some of these states do what they do. And the only logical thing that comes to my mind, in my opinion, is they're corrupt, and they're all about the almighty premium tax.
Oh, that's just
I'd
pretty.
love to have them on the show and ask them.
So you want to get, and so this is something I guess we'll have to run by, I guess, corporate like stuff. Would you want to get in a debate with somebody and have them have a conversation? It might not be the Cutting Edge Benefits podcast unless you like that, where you could ask them that question. What, like, everyone thinks they
Why are you screwing your citizens in your state?
right? Exactly. They'd love you, wouldn't they? No.
I don't really. I'm not out to win a popularity contest. What I'm out there to do is save people money and help people. And when these states are adversely trying to, I mean, they have no clue. I mean, these people are, in position. It's all political. So yeah,
But you're still able to figure out in every state how to save companies money.
I can save people monies and everything. Well, I'm sorry, money in every state. That's not an issue. But some of the states, like New York, I think it's 100 people you have to have in order to have these plans that make the most sense for small businesses. Yeah, they're corrupt. I mean, I'm not, but then again, I don't live in a state where they're trying to hire a communist for mayor. So, there you go.
Go figure, Tom. Now thinking about
Cuckoo.
specifically with the whole costs keep going up. It's so important to make your employees happy by
Right,
not paying as much in health
right,
insurance, right?
right.
Because of the
But
economy and everything and the
well,
costs.
think about who wins. If your premiums go up, the insurance agent wins. The departments of insurance win. That's why the feds on the ACA states they only have the power on individual plans to raise them 9.9%, because they knew that they couldn't trust some of these states because they're corrupt.
So you keep going. Do they, and you keep figuring those things out, but it's so important for the employee and the employer to save money with all the costs going up, especially
Yeah,
some
I
of the,
mean,
some of the companies you're
right.
working with, their costs are just extremely going high on certain things.
All the insurance companies buy reinsurance, so they don't take on all the risk, but they make it when they give you rate increases, they blame it on claims, that cost $1 million. And it's like, okay, guys, you're buying reinsurance on millions of people, and you can't, you're charging what's they call a retention level. So you're charging the retention level. You can't like tell people they have $1 million claims, because it's not even a factor. Your retention level starts, let's say, at 100,000. So you can only use to do it. So $100,000 is there, uh, is all they should have. But instead they say, well, you have a loss ratio of like 200% because you have this $1 million claim. And it's like, well, you got to take 900,000 off. So now all of a sudden they're at a 50% loss ratio, meaning every dollar that you give them, they're making 50 cents on.
Right.
And then they throw in all this administration BS so they don't have to pay the rebate or whatever back. I mean, they're all corrupt. I mean,
Oh,
seriously, the whole industry's corrupt. And I sit there and I'm running with thieves, and I go, I don't have to be a thief, but you better think like one or you're going to get buried.
uh, that was a good quote.
Mm,
Yes, the man of many words, Tom. Best,
just a few.
just a few. And I'm sure that people don't like you when they hear you say these things. And now you're out in the media talking about it. So there you go.
They're corrupt. If you're not corrupt, you don't get pissed about it.
Exactly. All right. So the best place to go is claimlinks.com. Contact Tom today, save money, and also provide better benefits for your employees. Appreciate it, Tom.
Have a blessed day.
All right. That was a